my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Wow, can you believe March is already almost over? I couldn't believe it. I had to look at the calendar twice. So let's do our April predictions. Remember, I've been predicting somebody who's pregnant. We all thought it would be Lady Louise, but here it's this other person who's pregnant. Anyways, yet to be, we have to say allegedly. But let's find out what's up for April. So I'm going to do 4 piles for one for each week, and we'll just do the general royals, right? What's going on? What's going on in April for the royals? Now, the Prince and Princess of Wales have their 15th anniversary. We have little Louis's birthday. So I'll do those separately. All right. This is just generally for the royals, predictions for the royals for the month of April. How's Easter going to go? Right? After everything that has been said and done with the Yorks, obviously they won't be showing up. But maybe are Beatrice and Eugenie going to be there? Doubt it. Doubt it. What's going on? Let's see what's going on. Will Easter be slow? Will a lot more of the other family members show up? Charles' cousins. Will we see Margaret's children and grandchildren? There still is quite a bit of family. There really is when you stop and think about it. And, are they going to start showing up? And both her children and grandchildren and their partners. And let's find out. Whoa, that was really definite. So we'll do 4 rows, okay? Oh, the Fool in reverse. The Fool in reverse. Knight of Swords, attacking with words. Wow. Something might come up with money. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. The World in reverse. Unsuccessful endings. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy. Now, we have to remember on the 17th of April is that really funky planet lineup. Yeah. Looks like somebody's going to do something foolish the first week of April. It could be Harry. I mean, seriously, even though he's not a working royal, he's not an official royal, he still is a family member, right? But somebody's going to do something very foolish the first week. So I don't know if they get caught doing something, if they say something foolish, look foolish. They'll definitely, and it'll be surprising that they did something foolish. This could even be somebody like just tripping and falling, something being thrown at them. Everyone laughs, right? Sometimes, it's kind of sad in our society. Somebody trips and falls, and that can be like a comedy. People can start laughing. Not always, but, it's actually kind of weird when you think about it. Then we have the second week, the Knight of Swords is going to be all about words in the papers, in the media. So when we think of April, the first week is Easter here. So maybe that's just what it is. They're going to feel very awkward, walking out at Easter and half the family is missing. It'll be the first Easter. Beatrice and Eugenie aren't there. Of course, Andrew won't be there. Of course, Sarah won't be there. So it just feel really awkward? Really awkward. Like, who's William going to scarf this year? I don't know. I don't think there's anybody left that he wants to. So then the second week here, I think we're going to see a lot of media information. It's interesting. We might hear some clapback about Tom Bauer's book. There just is going to be a lot of news. I think here in this third week, I think we're going to hear more about these peppercorn ranches. For some reason, they're after Edward and Sophie and about how much they pay and how much they get. And I think we're going to see a lot more of that. I think they're going to really start to rake the royal family over the coals when it comes to money and accountability and that. And I know they've always been like open book and whatnot, but they might be looking a little bit deeper into some of the charities and whatnot. Then the final week we have the world in reverse, and this is something, an unsuccessful completion. It also could be somebody's pregnant. We might hear a pregnancy announcement. But let's keep reading. Temperance. Temperance. So somebody's going to look like a fool, but they will definitely be smoothed out. Wow, look at that on the Knight of Swords, the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, we're going to hear some wonky news, some funky news in the and bad news and attacking news. This is going to be interesting. Oh, yeah, look at the struggles. There's going to be something with a charity that comes up. And then let's see this one, King of Swords in reverse. Are we going to hear more about Ito's alleged girlfriend's baby? The last week is really bad. Just those two alone would be like, yikes. Now, is that William? Is something not sitting right with William? Because William is my King of Swords when I read. I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but there's just so many King of Cups, and William's like minutes into Cancer. And otherwise, he would have been a Gemini. If Diana would have pushed a little bit harder 2-3 times, he would have been a Gemini. So that's why I give him King of Swords, to differentiate him. Plus, the astrology that I understand, even though there's no such thing as a cusp, and you are in that degree, the way I understand planets is they don't have a watch. They don't have a watch. And it's like a sunset and a sunrise. So if it's a sunset, then you're taking all that energy with you. If it's a sunrise, then it's brand new energy. And I'm thinking like, I think it was later in the day. So it was a sunset for him. So that would carry a lot of um, that Gemini energy into his life. Strength. You know, this might be something about Anne's fall. Because here we have, look at the head. And this is definitely, this could be Anne or Beatrice, or dare I say it, Meghan. I'm wondering if it's Beatrice that's going to be in the paper. There's been a lot about her marriage. And you know, I have said on this table more than any other reader or psychic that their marriage is in trouble. And I've been saying that for about a year now. And I'm wondering if we're going to hear some kind of peace treaty with Beatrice, either with her husband, they're working things out, or, with her father. We might hear something about that. Or this could even be, like I say, Anne's fall. Maybe we might hear more information about her fall. Maybe, she has still, if she had a significant head injury, perhaps she's having headaches or something, and she, is going to take some time off. Yeah, communications are going to be crazy that second week after Easter. Really crazy, and there's going to be some bad news, and the papers are going to go crazy for it. Lots and lots and lots of communication, and it's some kind of bad news. Very busy, busy, busy. Holy smokes. Something here, a struggle with a charity Wow. One of them are going to find out that a charity they've been dealing with is actually been doing some really bad things. And we just found out that, Harry was doing bad things with that Bali, and he was a working royal when he got involved in that. So that is actually touches the royals. I think we're going to see something similar here. Is it Invictus with this the games? Are we going to hear something about Invictus in the third week of April? Wow. 7 of Wands. Lots of defense. On the defense. Uh, hmm. I think William's going to be under pressure. He's going to be really under pressure. And he's gonna find himself in a position that he can't defend himself for. Um, Interesting. Let's keep reading. Wow, the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so this is definitely a member of the royal family that the palace has to really clean things up. This also could be telling me it's somebody who is not in with the firm right now, so that would be Meghan. Also might even be Beatrice, because Beatrice is not a working royal. Even though she's a princess and she has HRH, she's not a working royal. So I'm gonna say this isn't about Anne at all. Or they ask the firm, the palace, for help, and they are denied. Oh wow, the Hermit in reverse. This is news about Harry. This April is not going to be very kind to the royal family. That's news about Harry. Absolutely. News about Harry. Yeah, look at that. 10 of Pentacles. This is actually something that's going to affect the general overall balance sheet for the royal family, the legacy, the inheritance, the transfer of wealth. The transfer of wealth. We're going to see something like that, especially with justice. Now, if our Queen of Swords shows up, that's wills and documents and everything, they're really in trouble. And somehow I think it's affecting William. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Um, hmm. 9 of Swords. Okay. I might have to do a clarifier on that. I can't figure out if that's Beatrice or Meghan. They both have sleepless nights right now. They both have sleepless nights. And they aren't getting any guidance from the palace, from the firm. They're getting the cold shoulder from the palace, from the firm. I'm thinking it's Beatrice, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Meghan's used to not getting any help from the firm, right? She burnt that bridge long ago, whereas Beatrice is probably still thinking, well, I have access to their lawyers, to their the Royal Rota, to that kind of protection and whatnot. We might hear something about Beatrice that is quite about maybe perhaps how she's going to distance herself. Let's see, what's about Harry? Ooh, are we going to hear about Harry's divorce? What? All kinds of bad news about an ending, Harry and the chatter. Wow. Or separation, or some kind of ending coming up. Let's find out. I think we're going to hear something about Invictus. I think we might hear some kind of ending, and Harry's out of Invictus. This is my Invictus card. Between the 5, right? They're playing games, and there's always a winner. And there's something here, the injustice, something's not fair. It's the charity, and it's something like it's money. It's big, big money. I think, okay, so we're definitely going to hear something about Harry. Is this Meghan then? We'll get a clarifier. We're definitely going to hear chatter about Harry. Something is going to go on with Harry. I think we're going to hear something about Invictus. And let's see what's going on. Wow. Judgment in reverse. This whole line is in reverse. What's the underlying? Depression, despondency, battle, and secrets. We'll just put those there once they're played. Wow, guys. That last week of April is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Might have something to do with Starmer too. And I'm going to tell you why. A politician. A politician might really rock the boat somehow. Especially if something here comes out about a charity. So we're going to hear about Harry. Okay, so we've played these ones. These ones have to be on the tarot table. Lots of the bully. Maybe it's the bully report. And this one, secrets. Clarify the Leo card here, please. Clarify the Leo card. Is this Meghan or Beatrice? I'm not going to say it's Anne, because Anne would be in the Hierophant here as a working royal, as somebody who's protected by the crown. Is this Beatrice or is this Meghan, the Leo, in week 1, who's going to be the Fool? It's Meghan, and I'm going to tell you why. It's 8 of Cups. Somebody who walked away. Somebody who's stuck, who never completes anything. Beatrice, for all intents and purposes, she's not walked away. She's still HRH. If anything, she's being told to stay away. I'm going to say it's Meghan. I'm going to say it's Meghan. Yeah, the liar. The liar. And there's somebody who's been cut out. So something is going to be Meghan in the week 1. And the palace is just going to let her show herself as a fool. That actually fits, because Tom Bauer's book, right? See? Clock agrees with me. Okay. I want to clarify what's going on in this final week. I'm pretty sure this has something to do with Harry. Oh, this could be his lawsuit, the justice in reverse. Oh, I just got it. Is Harry going to be victorious in that lawsuit? Is with that 10 of Pentacles, his royal. No, I still think it's Invictus. Something is going to go on with Invictus. Harry's really going to be in the spotlight here, in the papers. So much is going to be written about him. It's not going to be good here with this Page of Wands in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. And perhaps then Invictus goes, yeah, adios, amigo. And then they feel somewhat victorious. I'm wondering if someone else in the family takes it over. Mike? William? Perhaps that's what it is. Perhaps somebody else in the family takes it over. Let's clarify this. Who's this King of Swords? And what's happening here? What's this disturbing, no more second chances? What's this disturbing news? Clarify this King of Swords, please. Clarify this King of Swords. Who's this King of Swords? Who's this King of Swords in reverse? Clarify this last week in April, please. Who's this King of Swords? Clarify, please. Clarify. Oh, somebody coming back. Somebody who's been on the outs who is coming back. Oh. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is Harry. So this is something between Harry and William. Is this something between Harry and William? Is this something between Harry and William? I wonder if Harry loses Invictus and he blames William and William bites back. Is this something between Harry and William? Is this something about Harry coming back and it's upsetting to William? Is this something about Harry coming back and it's upsetting to William? Oh my God, the Tower. Oh my Lord. I'm going to say, yeah, that's what it is. That's what's upsetting William. And he's saying, no more chances. No, go away. Go away. We have no plans for you. We don't want you here. And it's going to be very upsetting to William. Very upsetting. Interesting. Well, this doesn't look like a good month for the royals, guys. Will they ever catch a break? You know, I did do a reading. I said February is going to be really quiet for them. And it actually was. And and I think, was it what month I said there'll be a death, but it doesn't affect the main royals. And that was when the Duchess of Kent passed away. When I may say main, I mean the senior working royals, even though she was a senior working royal, sort of. I mean, you know what I mean. Anne, Charles, Edward, and of course, William and Catherine. Something is coming. Something wicked this way comes. Thanks for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.